morning, and thank you for joining us here tonight on Halton News, right here on your TV. It's Monday, August 31st, and I'm Jessica Kading. We're now up to 30 active COVID-19 cases in Halton, which is active cases to report. All 4 teachers' unions in Ontario are filing formal appeals with the Ontario Labour Relations Board about the current back-to-school plans. These appeals are not currently expected to impact the start of school, but Ontario's Premier Doug Ford reacted to this news earlier today.
I'm begging now for the teachers' unions to work with us. And I want to really emphasize, I support our frontline teachers. They're incredible. I have confidence they're going to step up to the plate and do an incredible job in keeping our kids safe and teaching our kids. But I just can't understand. We've worked with every organization, every labor organization, every single group in the entire country at all different political stripes. And every single one, 99.9% of everyone's getting along, except there's one group. It's the teachers union. Why? I'll work with you. Everything that you've wanted, we've given you. We've put $1.6 billion into education, more than anyone, more than anywhere in the country, in any ministry. You wanted ventilation, we got ventilation. You wanted more money for teachers, we got more money for the teachers. We went up and got the reserves. We have more cleaning. We basically covered every single list. And I'm just asking, just once, for your cooperation.
Those of you with students in one of Halton's Catholic schools should know that some decisions have been made about their return in September. For high school students attending class in person, classes will begin on September 9th. For those in grades 1 through 8, there will be a staggered entry. Depending on the first letter of your child's last name, their classes will either begin on September 9th, 10th, or 11th. For those in kindergarten, there are orientation days set up on September 8th and 9th. Year 2 students will start on September 10th, while Year 1 students will stagger entry on September 11th and 14th. For more details, please visit hcdsb.org. Oakville MP Anita Anand is also our federal procurement minister, and she shared a major announcement with us today.
Big news today is that we have secured vaccine procurement contracts with 2 additional vaccine developers, Novavax and Johnson & Johnson. And these contracts are in addition to 2 other contracts that we signed earlier this month with Moderna and Pfizer. So in total, we have 4 contracts and more to come. And the reason why it is important to have multiple vaccine procurement contracts is that at this stage, we don't know which vaccine or vaccines are going to be successful. So what we are doing is not putting all our eggs in one basket. We need to make sure that we are well placed to secure vaccines for Canadians when they are developed. And we are making sure that Canadians will have a vaccine by entering into multiple contracts with multiple suppliers.
She also commented on the expected delivery timeline, depending, of course, on the approval of Health Canada, as well as an idea of how many doses are being secured.
We are negotiating hard with regards to delivery schedules, and we have some deliveries, if all goes well, which would take place at the beginning of 2021, first quarter 2021. And so you can imagine that we are all holding our breath for a vaccine or vaccines to be developed and then for delivery to take place. And the fact that Canada is one of a very few countries that has multiple vaccine contracts in place puts us in very good stead vis-a-vis other countries. And the number of doses is really important. That's some information that we did reveal today. We have, for example, with Novavax, a base number of 52 million doses with an option for additional 24 million doses. That's just an example of the types of numbers we're talking about here.
Of course, to administer vaccines, there are other health items that MP Anand has also been working on procuring.
In addition to vaccines per se, we are also procuring the supplies that are needed to administer a vaccine. So for example, alcohol swabs and syringes are at the top of our list for supplies. And then in addition to that, we are also procuring fill and finish machines from a company called VanRx in Burnaby, British Columbia. They are leaders in the fill and finish technology. And what fill and finish does is, at the final stages of the vaccine process, manufacturing process, fill and finish allows the human element to be taken out of the production process with these fill and finish machines, so that the process of producing and manufacturing a vaccine is more efficient. And so I announced today that we have procured 3 of these fill and finish machines.
A tractor-trailer rollover this afternoon had the Niagara-bound QEW ramps from the 403 eastbound closed this afternoon. 3 people received medical care. There was a suspicious fire set at Ben and Florentine, a breakfast restaurant in Oakville, earlier this summer. It was set just after 9:30 p.m. on July 28th, and the restaurant sustained significant damage. Police have been looking for those responsible and have just now received and released suspect photos, including the suspected vehicle. The suspects, who were seen by witnesses, are described as Caucasian males between 25 and 35 years old. Both are approximately 6 feet tall, with medium builds between 220 and 250 pounds, and balding. The suspect vehicle is described as a 2012 to 2018 white Dodge Ram 1500 Longhorn with sunroof and roof lights. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. We also have connected with Halton Women's Place, where they have created a brand new app that will help women who need their assistance.
Well, these are extremely challenging times, unprecedented. We know that so many women are trapped in very dangerous situations at home, isolating with an abuser, and having limited ability to reach out. And so we created this service to reduce barriers for women to access our services and find support, information, education, community resources, and to know how to connect with us, when they can, when they have that free moment. And so that was the whole purpose behind us creating an HWP Chat, is just for another way for women to reach out.
It was also incredibly important that this chat was safe and secure.
We just want you to know that we are there. You are not alone. We want you to know that it's private, it's confidential, and it's safe and secure. When you go onto our website, you will see on the top right-hand corner, Chat with us online now. And when you go and click that link, you'll be redirected to our chat box. And in there, it will discuss our privacy and confidentiality statements and how you're supported that way. It will also talk about how to make sure that this is not in your browser history and all the things that you need to know to reassure you that it's safe and confidential. As soon as you're completed talking with us, your information will be erased. And everything will stay confidential. And we are there if you want to just talk about how you're feeling, if you want to talk about your safety, if you want to know what other services are available for you. Somebody will be on the other line, a trained counselor, to connect with you.
Yesterday was the first time the Burlington Teen Tour Band worked on their marching techniques in Central Park since last year. Nikki Wesley has the story.
The Burlington Teen Tour Band is a tightly knit group of musicians who enjoy rehearsing multiple times a week. Trombone player Justice Bowen.
I wanted to be part of something that's bigger than myself and just part of a community with others where I can do what I love, which is playing my instrument.
The pandemic put rehearsals on hold, but also all their regular performances. Director of Bands and Music Services, Rob Bennett.
Missing a lot of things that happen normally here in Burlington and even abroad has been very difficult. We actually had our tour to Myrtle Beach canceled the day before we were leaving for it. So that was sort of a heartbreak for the band members after they've been working so hard to get everything ready. But it was the right decision because of everything that was going on.
Numerous other performances, including a concert at the Burlington Performing Arts Center, the Sound of Music Parade, Canada Day performance, Ribfest, and now the Santa Claus Parade have all been canceled. Band members love to perform. Justice Bowen even marched down the road in his neighborhood, giving an impromptu performance mid-pandemic for his neighbors, but it wasn't the same.
It was kind of rough because I couldn't be with my friends and I couldn't really play my instrument as a group. with other people because of quarantine and stuff.
He wasn't the only one to feel that way. Musical director Francis Smith officially took over the position at the beginning of March. Quarantine provided his first major hurdle as director.
It's been good trying to find different ways to engage them, not in physical rehearsal. Like, it's great we can do it now, but for a couple of months it was finding different ways to engage the band members online. So it just made us put our thinking hats on a little bit.
One of the ways they did that was to create YouTube videos with all of the members recording themselves individually and edited together.
To our virtual band's performance of World in Union.
Roll off, quick march.
This inspired a second video of O Canada for the city's virtual Canada Day. The virtual performances helped alto saxophone Emily Medved find some motivation to pick up her instrument.
For me, over the quarantine, kind of took a pause because I wasn't motivated a lot, but I did like all of the things that we needed to do. So for the O Canada on Canada Day, I just wanted to participate as much as I could so I wouldn't lose my music.
Despite the lack of upcoming performance dates, the band members are thrilled to be back together.
The smile, the first time we brought them back together in July, the smiles were ear to ear, right? It was just so great to be back to band and to be working together as a unit again, because that's part of the whole thing of the draw of this is the hang, to get a chance to be together and working together as an ensemble and just making music together. It's just so great to hear it in the park again.
Rehearsal certainly looks different with everyone signing COVID screening forms before arriving and rehearsing on carefully spaced painted marks 12 feet apart on the ground instead of in the music center or marching around the field. Smith says it's given them the opportunity to fine-tune their music, and the park spectators don't seem to mind.
Since we started rehearsing out here again, we'll have people walking through the park and they're stopping to take a listen, or people have started bringing some chairs out to take a listen with their family, because it is something that's uplifting the community, right? For almost 75 years, the band has made music in the park, and it's for that to have been gone for so long, I think it's just a really great thing for the community to hear it all again.
This is what I'm meant to be doing, because I mean, I've been in the band for so long and it just feels right again.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.
For those of you opting for distance learning for your children this year, we speak with an experienced homeschooler after the break. For parents who have decided to have their children participate in distance learning this fall, Nikki Wesley spoke with a former teacher turned homeschooler to get advice on how to help educate from home.
Halton parents are currently determining if they will be sending their kids for in-classroom learning, choosing e-learning, or trying their hand at homeschooling come this September. Megan Jackson has been homeschooling her 3 sons for the last 8 years. What would her tips be for parents trying to help facilitate learning at home?
Don't panic is the first one, because everyone is in the same situation. And your children are going to learn in spite of you. They are curious, and it's just a natural part of life that they're going to learn something. But you could help by establishing some rhythm and routine to your life.
Oh my gosh, that's made of sand?
Yeah, remember that face? Who made have some type of plan so that they know what to expect during the day and to keep that consistent. That'll just help you with a lot of the chaos that might happen. And try to establish some learning times as well. Whatever works best for your family, whether that's during nap time for the youngest, or if you like to just do that in the morning to get that done. But your learning at home is not going to be the same as learning at school.
It was a struggle for many trying to educate at home at the beginning of the lockdown. A key lesson to help new homeschoolers.
Explore what your child is interested in. That's where the real learning is going to jump in and explode. Because if your child is interested in what they're learning, the whole goal of education is learning how to learn. And you can facilitate that as well as helping with the assigned work that's sent home, but also going out on your own and looking things up, finding interesting books, going places to feed into that natural curiosity that they have.
If you've chosen online learning at home, Jackson says it may still be possible to include your child's interests. For example, if your child is given a writing assignment, inquire with the teacher if they could write about something they are naturally curious about.
Work with your teachers. They are trying to engage your students, and so any information you can give them about what your students are into, that really helps, because the government's been pushing more for inquiries and what the students are interested in. Especially, I know in the kindergarten, that's huge, right? And the teachers are working with whatever the kids are interested in. Then that's now what the unit that we're studying.
What about high school students?
I would say just more depends on what their future plans are. So if you know that the schooling is going to be more of a requirement for university, college, or whatever they're going into, then you're going to want to make sure that you're focusing more on that so that they can excel and really do well with that. And it's not to say that the elementary students don't worry about that, because I'm certainly not saying that, but there's just a little more wiggle room.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.
Beautiful summer day out there again today. Here's a look at the Milton water tower as we head into our 5-day forecast. We are looking at a 40% chance of rain showers tomorrow with the possibility of thunderstorms. That chance of rain increases on Wednesday up to 60% chance. Expect cloud cover, and then that sunshine will make a return Thursday through Saturday. You can expect lots of sunshine, cooler temperatures after Thursday. Thursday's high reaching 27, but only 22 degrees as our high for both Friday and Saturday. If you're a small business, you could receive a relief grant of up to $5,000. Applicants from the Canada United Small Business Relief Fund are being accepted as of today. The money, if granted, is to be used to help purchase PPE, renovating physical space to accommodate new COVID-19 guidelines, or developing your e-commerce capabilities. To apply or learn more, please visit occ.ca/Canada United Small Business Relief Fund. Last chance for early bird pricing if you plan to attend For Your Business golf tournament. The Burlington Chamber is hosting this 9-hole event on September 22nd, and tickets include 1 round of golf with a cart, a meal, and 2 drink tickets, plus a gift bag. Tee time will be staggered to ensure COVID-19 safety standards are adhered to. The tournament will take place at Hidden Lake Golf Club. For more information or tickets or to become a sponsor, please visit burlingtonchamber.com. And now a look to how some of Halton's top companies performed on the markets today. We'll be back with a look at what specific items you can donate to the Burlington Food Bank to help out. We'll be right back. Staying with us here on Halton News, I'm Jessica Keating. For those of you looking to give back to the community, consider donating to the Burlington Food Bank if you can. And if you can go the extra mile, you can check online for the items that are currently low in stock and high in demand.
One of the things that we try to update on a pretty regular basis, and we talked about this before, is our 10 most needed items. And really what it is with those 10 most needed items is we're obviously running low on them, but also that there are staples that families really need. We're not just going and saying like, we're always low on hamburger helper. But hamburger helper isn't one of those things that's the most nutritious thing. So we're trying to make sure that they're things that families need that are staple, that are going to help them out to have a fairly healthy, nutritious diet added on to the extras that we throw in when it comes to things like the fresh produce that we purchase, the milk, the eggs, all of those types of things that are really trying to give them a good, well-rounded diet and making sure that they get all the things that they need. So even when we're purchasing canned fruit, we make sure that we're buying canned fruit in water typically and not the syrup. Like, we're always looking out for nutrition and making sure that we're doing our very best for the clients that need our help. And again, if you need our help, make sure that you check in with us, info@burlingtonfoodbank.ca, or give us a call 905-637-2273.
The Telling Tales Festival is going virtual this year and is excited to share with families an all-star lineup of virtual programming. Starting on September 20th and running until December 3rd, Telling Tales will be bringing authors, illustrators, and storytellers into your home with all the festival fun that you can expect and some very special surprises. Today, they introduce you to this year's host, Josh Taylor.
My name is Josh Taylor. I'm a dancer, choreographer, artist educator, and a storyteller. And I'm the host of this year's Telling Tales Festival. Why do I love stories? I love stories because of how they connect us and how they can allow us to see ourselves in other people's shoes. From the time I was a kid, I loved books and comic books, graphic novels, short stories, really influenced on how I tell stories through dance when I'm making pieces for other people or myself. I am so excited to be the Telling Tales host this year. I really love stories, and I love connecting with people and talking about the stories that bring us together and get us to learn other people's perspectives is pretty awesome.
For more information, please visit tellingtales.org. Canada's largest Ribfest, a fundraising initiative of Burlington Rotary Lakeshore, is thrilled to announce the return of their drive-thru Ribfest this Labor Day, Monday, September 7th at Burlington Centre in the mall's parking lot. Ribs and other Ribfest staples such as chicken, pulled pork, corn, and donuts will be served from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., along with fantastic live entertainment that you can enjoy from the comfort and safety of your vehicle. Cogeco is also happy to sponsor this second annual Ribfest drive-thru, as well as provide a treat for the attendees. For more information, please visit canadaslargestribfest.com. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to Halton News right here on your TV. We'll be back with another live edition tomorrow night at 5:30. Until then, I invite you to connect with us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at YourTVHalton. You can also connect with us via email at haltonnews@cogeco.com. Feel free to send us any comments, questions, or story ideas. And if you'd like more content, please visit us online at yourtv.tv. For Halton News, I'm Jessica Kading.